All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Burnett, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. On first down, it's Burnett, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line. Mike, 180. 59. I'm coming. Alert, 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 alert. Smooth. 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 280.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Express.
They'll try the left side. Linder. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try the left side. Linder, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
Brings up 3rd down. 180! 59! I'm coming after you!
On 3rd down, Burnett. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Express. Check. Fresno.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 7.
To throw his car. Lets it go for Nelson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And fights through one man. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Here we go.
Run.
Mike,
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
watch the back.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Being chased out left. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield, open man is Taylor. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
At their own 9-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Carr now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Right back to him on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try the left side. Linder.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right down. You wide at 8. Express.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, 734.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Raider 2. Go Chief.
Back. Joker. Switch it.
You're mine.
Come on, switch it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll keep it on the ground. Linder. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, check. 59.
Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. This is Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try the left side. Burnett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Linder. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Linder. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett, they're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. 3rd and long for Mayfield. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Exit.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Monday, down. You ready?
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
Express.
Go now.
On 1st down, Linder, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Here we go,
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go again.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Aguilar has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's 2nd down.
Set. 180.
53 is the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now a give right side. It's Burnett. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
To throw, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down now, Linder. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Linder. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Carter throw forward on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
You see me? You see me?
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Brother, better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show.